To San Francisco. Again, 280 extensions where you're going to see some of those hot spots, the Giants versus Reds. First pitch at 6:37.
In league note, Terry Francona late this afternoon was named the new skipper of the Cleveland Indians. Should be an interesting return to Boston for the former Red Sox manager next season when his Indians come to town. All right, let's jump in on the NLDS train. The Giants in roughly 40 minutes start a playoff run. Orange October over at 3rd and King Street. And their starter Matt Cain, he says, hey, we got to set the tone for tonight. Red skipper Dusty Baker, a playful hug of Will Clark. He and Bruce Bochy, the last two managers to take the Giants to the World Series. Baker happened to be around and alive for this one after treatment first for an irregular heartbeat and then a mild stroke.
All right. The way I look at it, that was a blessing for me to be in the hospital when it was, when I had my stroke. So I don't think I wasn't scared at all. And especially when I had my family with me, they flew in, they were coming in that day. And so, hey, man, I had everybody on my side.
He looks good. I know he's excited about being back on the field and, of course, being in the playoffs, as we all are. And but it's good to see him, and seemed in good spirits and feels good. And it's good to see that he's made a full recovery and he's back in the dugout.
All right, so here is a tale of the tape. The Reds an edge on the season series 4-3. The Giants, though, a better average in batting, but the Reds a better ERA. As I turn to my ladies over here to my left night, getting over it at AT&T, almost 44,000 of the hizzy. Saw Matt Cain take the ball tonight and the defense laying out behind him. That is Brandon Belt going over the rails to make the catch. Huh? Attaboy. Red starter Johnny Cueto left the game with back spasms. Only lasted a third of the inning, but the Giants still could not take advantage of it. Third inning, Cain serves up one to Brandon Phillips. That is the first earned run of Cain's postseason career. It was 2-0. Matt Latos, a nightmare on the Giants until Buster Posey got him in the 6th. His home run cut it to 3-1. Giants hit the ball, yeah, they hit it on the screws at times, but right at Red infielders, there's Pablo Sandoval lining one out. Tying run on base for Gregor Blanco in the 8th, and he looks at strike 3. Giants got to within 5-2, 2-on for Buster Posey with 2 out, and he waves at strike 3 to end the game. 5-2, the final. Game 2 tomorrow, but first, to the locker room.
Elizabeth, thank you. Well, both the A's and Giants need to win 3 in a row to stay in the playoffs.
They need our love, folks. They had a tough weekend. Cincinnati starter Bronson Arroyo took a perfect game into the 5th, struck out 4 Giants along the way, and the Reds shut down the Giants 9-0. They take both games at AT&T. San Francisco down 2-0. The next 3 are in Cincinnati. It all starts tomorrow, game 3. Athletics.
380. Number 2, Dusty Baker's Reds are 2-0 up on the Giants, but after suffering a stroke last month, Baker is appreciating the finer things in life.
Like when you watch the geese fly over. That's why I got my hunting stuff on now. You know what I mean? And I see them coming off that river. Now I notice every time they come off the river. And, it's that kind of stuff.
Yeah, we miss Dusty, and we'll be right back.
Seats up there. Giants are in Cincinnati, also staring at an 0-2 mark. They lost the first 2 at AT&T over the weekend. Ryan Vogelsong, he will start today for the Giants. First pitch is a little more than 2 hours away. If they win, and they better, Barry Zito will get the ball tomorrow. The Giants have to win, like the A's, 3 games in a row at Cincinnati to advance to the NLCS.
Well, tomato
in this ballpark. And Hannigan goes down the line. Long run for Pence, slides. And did he make the play? Yes, he did.
As for the Giants, they beat Cincinnati 2-1 in 10 innings. Giants trail that series 2-1. Dennis will have reaction from inside the locker room coming up in just a bit in sports. In the meantime,
the crowd has been awesome. Meanwhile, Giants outfielder Hunter Pence gave his team an emotional pregame speech before the Giants faced a do-or-die game in Cincinnati. And it turns out that Ryan Vogelsong was the right man for the job. He allowed just 1 run and got some help from the speech maker himself. Hunter Pence doing it with his mouth and his glove. The Giants did not get a base hit until the 6th inning, but they got a run in the 3rd. Angel Pagan drives one to center, scores Gregor Blanco, and the game is tied at 1. Reds pitcher Homer Bailey, who threw a no-hitter on September 28th, struck out 10 Giants. They struck out 16 times in all. Top of the 10th, Jonathan Broxton gets Joaquin Arias on a chopper, but Scott Rowland bobbled it. Should have been the 3rd out. Instead, Buster Posey scores. The Giants beat the Reds 2-1 to force a Game 4 tomorrow.
From down 2 games to none, the offense dead on arrival. The Giants exploded today in Cincinnati to even their playoff series with the Reds. Now, coming into Game 4, the Giants had scored only 4 runs in 3 games, but Angel Pagan starts this one off with a bang. Leadoff homer, 1-0 Giants. Barry Zito, well, lasted only 2 2/3, so Bruce Bochy goes to instant relief. Tim Lincecum gets out of a jam in the 4th, strikes out Ryan Ludwig. Tim terrific, 4 1/3, allowed just 1 run. Giants smack 3 homers in this game. Panda power right here. Pablo Sandoval, and the Giants win 8-3, so that series is now tied at 2 games apiece. The Giants force decisive Game 5 tomorrow, winner take all, and that game will start at 10:07 a.m. Pacific time. And Matt Cain against Matt Latos. It is breakfast with the Giants.
Right up until the final 9th inning, they're at the bottom of the 9th. The A's face off against the Tigers tonight at the Coliseum at 6:37. The winner, of course, will advance to the American League Championship Series. The loser season will be over. So it's another winner-go-home situation there for the A's, as it is for the Giants. They also had a big comeback against the Cincinnati Reds yesterday. Big win for them. After 3 games, their bats finally came alive in Game 4, beating the Cincinnati Reds. A final score of 8-3. The Giants offense came up big. 3 players hitting home runs throughout that game. Starting pitcher Barry Zito, though, only lasted about 2 1/3 innings. But the story of the day really did belong to Lincecum, the 2-time Cy Young Award winner, who was named a reliever for the series. Came in and pitched 4 1/3 innings, striking out 6. Here's what manager Bruce Bochy had to say about yesterday's big victory.
We knew
at the game, and she's here with all the highlights. Hi, Jamie.
Hi, Jessica and Janelle. Luckily, you aren't standing next to me because I'm pretty sure I reek of beer and champagne. Lots of celebrating in the visiting clubhouse here in Cincinnati today, and for good reason, because no other team had ever come back to win 3 straight games on the road in a best-of-5 series until today. And this is how the Giants got it done. In the 5th inning, that's when all the scoring happened. 2-0 Giants with the bases loaded for Buster Posey. Not anymore. A grand slam makes it 6-0. Only the 3rd catcher ever to hit a grand slam in a postseason game. But then some scary situations in the later innings. Bottom 9, everybody holding their breath. A winning run at the plate for the Reds. Sergio Romo in for the 4-out save. And he gets Scott Rowland swinging. And the Giants win the NLDS in the most improbable way.
We were written off. I think a bunch of people wrote us off, but guys.
Insider on Cron 4. Now, I can eat everybody. The Giants made history today. Never before had a team in a best-of-5 series gone down 0-2 on their home field and then rallied to win 3 in a row on foreign soil. Pep talk from Pence, and then Matt Latos going to the mound. Matt, one of those guys, big talker, but more times than not can back it up. But not here. Buster Posey's grand slam put the Giants in a 6-0 5th inning lead, and you figured maybe the game indeed was going to be all theirs. But Cincinnati, to their credit, battled back off Matt Cain. Brandon Phillips double. Cain out of there after 5 2/3, allowing 3 runs. And the big crowd at Cincinnati's Great America Ballpark rocking. Dusty Baker going to be criticized. 1st and 2nd, nobody out, hit and run. Hannigan strikes out. Bruce thrown out at 3rd. The rally extinguished. And then Brandon Crawford with some defense. From the 5th inning on, Cincinnati had at least 2 runners on each inning. But when it counted, the Giant defense was there. You saw Crawford. There you see Pagan. Bottom 9, Sergio Romo. Reds already with 1 over at 6-4, tying runs on base. But Romo finishes off Scott Rowland Giants now will play either the Washington Nationals in D.C. on Sunday or the St. Louis Cardinals at AT&T on Sunday. The winner to be determined tomorrow night.
I love this moment. This is so incredible, and you saw guts from both sides. You saw, that's what playoff baseball. This is the best in the, the best in the league, the best in the world playing right now.
His want and willpower. I'm not sure we would have done this. He really rallied us, and